for you. This is also for you. All right. And if you're meeting for the first time, my name is Adeze Shanumba Okeze, and I help women to turn their knowledge into cash online. Do something that they love. All right. Not because everybody is doing it, but because this is something that they are quite passionate about. And for the past 9 years, yes, for the past 9 years, I have been in the online space. I started from coaching. I've created various digital products. I've made lots of money online. All right. In fact, I rebuilt my entire career due to social media. If not for social media, I don't know. If not for the internet, I don't know what I will be doing right now, because I used to be a classroom teacher, and you all know that teachers' salaries in this country is something else. I used to be a classroom teacher, and the pay, I didn't see any future in the pay that I was getting. So what I did was I had to pivot. All right. I looked at my subject area. My subject area was geography, and it wasn't a lucrative subject area. It was different from English and mathematics, which are the hot case. So what I did was I used the same skills as an educator, because I'm a trained educator, that I was using in the classrooms of teaching, speaking, writing, and I brought them online and monetized it. And I believe that everybody, everyone has something that you can package and sell online. It doesn't matter what you're doing, okay? Whether you're working 9 to 5, whether you don't even have a job right now, all right? As long as you have experience, you have a skill, you have a story, you can monetize. You can monetize. It all depends on you. Are you willing to do what it takes? So what I'm going to try and do today is to keep it as simple as possible, all right? To help you see the possibilities of what can happen, all right? It's not about becoming an expert. No, that's not what we are talking about today. I want you to be able to see the value that you already carry in the inside of you. That at the end of this class, you should be asking, what do I already know that creates value? It's not about, okay, what skill do I need to go and learn? No, because what I believe, you already have, you already have what I believe it takes to make money online. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Anybody, anybody can do it. It just depends on you. Okay, and when we say monetize your knowledge, okay, or when we talk about the knowledge that you can monetize, people think, oh, we're talking about your degree. Maybe you have a first degree or second degree. So people think, oh, we're talking about certification. We're talking about your job title. We're talking about just your experience or being the best in the room. But it's not all about that. All right. Yes, they all include, it's part of the knowledge that you have. But we are looking at cashable knowledge. It's more broader than that. It's more bigger than that. All right. What counts as your knowledge can come from anywhere. It must not be in the classroom. All right. It could be, yes, it could be what you learned in your workplace, what you're doing currently now, all right? What you have repeatedly done. You might not have a certificate in it. You might not have a certificate in it. What you have repeatedly done, problems you have learned to solve over time. It could come from your self study, something you did for yourself, skills you have developed, skills you have developed over time. Let's say, for example, you're a mother and you have raised 4 kids. All of them, you've raised them through primary school and they are successful and they are in secondary school right now. You learned some skills that some people out there are willing to learn how to do it. Lessons from your experience. What were those things that you went through? It could be a heartbreak. You know that we have heartbreak coaches. Okay? It could be maybe you are in therapy or counseling, how to manage anger. All right, maybe you're someone that used to get angry so easily, and over time you're able to overcome that. Those lessons can be monetized. Mistakes you have learned from, some things you have failed woefully at. Yes, your very failures could be the story, the knowledge that you package to help others. All right, I know one of my online mentors. All right, she talks about how she got funding, almost 10 million naira back then. You win to run a business, and that business failed woefully. Okay, today the business she's building is built on that experience. She helps people right now to get funds to structure their business properly. So the failures you have had over the years, remember, we are talking about cashable knowledge, all right? That knowledge that can solve a problem that people are willing to pay for. Things people regularly ask you to explain. If you go to my DM, and you count 5, 10 messages, it's Coach Ada, I want to know how can I even get start making money online? How can I tutor online? All right. I've been working and I know that I have something to like. Those are the kind of messages that I get. So, what are the kind of messages do you get in your inbox? All right. What do people normally come to you for? Your friends, everybody. You take these things for granted, but this is how you make money online. All right. Now, most of us, our problem is that these things, they are too obvious. All right. They are too obvious to you. And for you, you think everybody knows this. All right. I've been teaching monetize your knowledge for a very long time. I've been teaching monetize your knowledge for a very long time. I've been teaching things on digital skill for a very at a point, I started telling myself that everybody knows these things now. I shouldn't like when I want to launch a product, I'll be like, everybody's talking about it and all that. Like it's too common, it's too easy that everybody should do it. But no, there will always be beginners, those who are starting, and they need your help. And one of the ways to know whether you can monetize something is it's too easy for you. Is like it's very easy. Okay, it's too easy for you. Some people it's hard for them. All right, this is the trap that most of us enter into. Someone says, okay, I only learned it from experience. I tell people, in my days when I was a social media manager, I started social media management without knowing that social media management was a big career. It was a big thing. I'm talking about way back 2019. Okay, 2019, 2020. All right. And I didn't have any certification in social media management till like 2022 when I went and did a social media management course. Oh, no, no, it was even 2024 that I did a social media management course. But I was already making money from social media management and teaching people social media management. It's very funny. I learned it from experience. So you don't need a certificate to validate the knowledge that you have, as long as it solves problems for people. You don't need a certificate to validate the knowledge that you have, as long as it solves a specific, tangible, not pain that people are going through. Nobody is coming. I got my coaching, life coaching certificate since 2017. Yes, since 2017. That's when I got my life coaching. No, all the people that I have coached, hundreds of people that I have coached, nobody have ever asked me, show me your certificate. And I don't even talk about it. So nobody cares about your certificate. It's for you. It's for your own personal development. It's for you to know the skills and be able to deliver. But when it comes to why people pay you, it is because you can solve their problem. All right. And this type of things, when we tell ourselves these things, you underestimate yourself because it's too easy. You say, I'm not an expert. Nobody cares if you're an expert. The only thing that people care about is that you can solve their problem. If you can solve their problem, they will pay you. Okay? Most of us feel that because your knowledge feels too easy, so you don't call it anything. All right? You you can get paid. That simple thing that you know. That simple thing that you know. It could be how to bake. Okay? It could be how to raise toddlers. Okay? It could be your knowledge in your subject area. Okay? It could be your story. All right? It could be something that you have been through. All right? As long as you have mastered it and you can help another person to master it, you can make money from it. All right? Some things does not have to be difficult for you to be valuable to someone else. One of the questions you need to ask yourself, what becomes easier for someone because I know how to do this? What becomes easier for somebody because I know how to do this? That is one thing that can help you find your cashable knowledge. It doesn't have to be difficult for you. I was talking with one of my friends recently, and we were talking about some of the things that we wanted to do. Okay. Because these things are so easy, it comes very easy. Some of these things like teaching online, setting up things like setting up my platforms and all that. All right. These things are so easy and we look down on it. Me and my friend, we look down on these things. All right. But you see, people out there who does not know half as much as you know, just take that little knowledge that they have and go there and implement it and they start selling and they're making money. But you have your bachelor's degree, your master's degree, your PhD, but you are overthinking the whole thing. All right. You've been doing this thing for years. You're overthinking the right thing. Maybe you're in your 30s and you're in your 40s. You know these things, though. Then you see a 20-year-old, okay? Or 20-year-old is even too big. An 18-year-old, 25-year-old just come out. Take that simple thing, put it out there that they know how to do it. And you see people are flocking to them and they're teaching them and they're making money from it. But you have the experience, yes, of experience. And you're just there watching others, overthinking. Oh, it needs to be perfect. It has to be this. It has to be this structure. This, that. Oganaga. Time goes. All right. Your knowledge becomes valuable when it can help somebody. I don't care what you know. If you cannot help somebody, if you cannot solve their problem, it makes it's of no value. If you can help somebody understand something, if you can help them do something, if you can help them make a decision, if you can help them avoid a costly mistake, if you can save their time or effort, if you can make them money, save them time, help them repair their relationship, if you can improve their life, improve their health, improve their wealth, improve their relationship, if you can help them move from a bad situation to a good situation, then that is when your knowledge becomes valuable. If it's in your head, it is just knowledge. It is just your head knowledge. There's a difference between the knowledge in your head. You know it. Yes, you see them doing it. You know it. But the one that is using it to solve somebody's problem, that is the person that is getting paid, not you. You know it. This is what is killing most of us, especially those of us that are very intelligent, brilliant people. We read a lot, 50 books in 1 year, one book every week. Those of us that do that. But you see that knowledge, if it is in your head, it is not paying you. If, see, please, I want you to put this in the comment box. If it is just in your head, it is not paying you. If it is in your head, it is not paying you. Until you can use it to improve somebody's life, to help somebody do something, that is when you get paid. Your head knowledge, that one in your head, it's not paying you. It is what you do with it. I don't know how to say this because it's coming from a life experience. All right. And for most of us that know a lot of things, we can get confused, get overwhelmed, enter into paralysis analysis, and time is going. You ain't making any money as time goes. All right? People don't pay for information. This one is another thing. People don't pay for information. The information is everywhere. Okay? If you go on YouTube, there's nothing you're looking for that you will not find. Now, when people pay you, they pay you for value, for things like clarity, helping them get clarity on what they are supposed to do. That's why, in as much as YouTube is one of the biggest information platform, and we have AI, and in fact, you can literally ask ChatGPT anything, all right? People are still making millions from courses, coaching, from their knowledge. Why? Because they help people get clarity, confidence, convenience. See, I rather buy that course than go to YouTube and search for hours where they will now tell me, give me 1,001 information about the same thing, and I'm confused which one is the right one for me to follow. All right. I'd rather pay for somebody to structure the knowledge for me so that I know what I'm looking for. I just go there and I get it. It's convenience for me. That's what people pay for. They pay for convenience. They pay for guidance. People pay for transformation. Can you move me from A to B? Can you help me? I'm confused on how to do this thing. Help me gain clarity. That is what they pay you for. The transformation. Information is everywhere. But useful application of that information is where value becomes more visible. People pay for value, they don't pay for information because information is free, they can get it anywhere and everywhere. So instead of asking, do I know enough to be paid? No, that's not the question. because I guarantee you, you know more than enough. You definitely know more than enough. So the question you should be asking yourself, is there a problem I understand well enough to help somebody with? Is there a problem that I understand well enough to help someone with? That's the question. It's not, oh, what do I know? Do I know enough? Am I good enough? Mm-mm. Is there a problem you can solve? That's it. That's it. Now, knowledge versus cashable knowledge. Not every piece of knowledge automatically becomes a product or an offer that people pay for. Knowledge is what you know. Cashable knowledge is knowledge that can create meaningful value around a problem, a need, or a desired result. The distinction matters. Let's say, for example, you know how to use social media, all right? Now, a lot of people struggle to make sales on social media. Do you know how to use social media to help business owners get customers? Now, that is a value around a problem. The problem, business owners struggle to get customers online, and you have knowledge about social media. Your cashable knowledge is how to help business owners get customers on social media. That is your cashable knowledge. The knowledge that you have that solves a specific problem, all right, creates meaningful value around a problem. That's your cashable knowledge. It's different from just knowing it. Now, what makes the knowledge that you have commercial? All right. Now, three things commercial. That what makes the knowledge that you have be cashable, to be able to make you money, to be able to get people to pay you. All right. One, it must be a real problem. Be specific. A real problem. All right. It must be useful. It must be useful. That knowledge must be useful. All right. And it must be knowledge that people are willing enough to invest in. That knowledge is solving a problem that people are willing enough to invest in. That means there's a hungry audience with the pain that that knowledge solves for you. All right? Knowing a lot of things is not cashable. Okay, you must know the right things that solve specific problem that people are already paying for and looking for that solution. Now, a lot of us, especially women, are multi-talented. Okay, you know a lot of things, you can do a lot of things, you've had a lot of experiences, but that can also create confusion. Okay, the multi-potentialize, I get them a lot. I have a lot of them that come to me. All right, I know that there's this girl, oh my god, it took her 2 good years to decide on a niche. 2 years to decide on a niche. All right, because she knows a lot of things. She didn't want to listen until she listened. All right, you may know a lot of things, but you must not do everything. All right, she knows, okay, you may know marketing, you may know how to teach, you may know how to bake, you may know how to design, you may know project management, may know how to build a software, you may know how to build AI, you may know things in beauty and skincare industry, you may know sales, you may know how to use technology. The issue is not having many skills. The issue is knowing what value you want to be known for. Choose one value, start with that. You have to start with one. All right? You can try to do everything at the same time. Choose the value area that you want to be known for. All right? Why a lot of skilled women, a lot of women that I know, the ones that I've worked with, all right, we stay stuck for a long time. I'm talking about people with 10, 15 years experience in their field, people with all the certificates. They don't have problem paying for courses. All right? Most of us, there's this safe feeling. Oh, I'm investing in my self development. I'm investing in my self development. It gives you this safe, I'm doing something. All right. It feels safer than creating a product, launching it, and selling it. Oh my God. Okay. In my archive, I know the thousand, okay, not thousands, but I have lots of courses that I've paid for over the years. All right. In my learning votes. Some I just maybe took the first model. They are there. Then I'll see another one. I will invest again. Most of us do that. It feels safer. Okay, I'm invested in myself. Okay, and all that. Like we do that to feel worthy somehow. But no, it feels safer. But the main thing that gets you result is to create that product, go out there and sell it. You buy another course to feel productive. Oh, you get another certificate, another training, and preparing yourself for what? For what you never do. Okay? But there comes a time when your knowledge is enough. Okay? What you need is showing up, which is visibility, positioning yourself, and taking action. It's better you launch a product and it fails than not launching anything at all. Because every failure is data. Every failure is data of what worked and what did not work. Okay? Some of us, I need more certificates. Okay, you buy the course, you learn, you doubt yourself. Oh, is this one good enough? Okay, you buy another. Okay, is this one? Maybe this coach is making millions. Let me buy from her. You learn again. Okay, you feel a little bit ready. You start doubting yourself. Oh, why people will people? Then you buy another one. You spend years preparing for a moment that never comes. All right. The world has changed. For most of us millennials, we come from a world where your certificate determines how you move up the ladder in the corporate world or in your 9 to 5. But in the internet space, there are no gatekeepers, there are no barriers. All right? Nobody cares about your credentials. What we care about here is, can you solve my problem? Yes, your credentials are good, it's part of your credibility. All right, but they're not your only evidence of value. In fact, your evidence of value is like the very, very least is results. People look at results. What are the proof of work that you have done? That's what people look at. So you don't need more certificates. So I want you to ask yourself, what have I learned through doing? What can I now do faster than I could do before? What mistakes have I learned to avoid? What do people come to me for? What have I helped someone understand or accomplish? If you can answer these questions, okay, that could be your cashable knowledge. That the knowledge that you have that you can make money from. Then you look at your life. What have people thanked you for? What do people ask you to teach them? What problems have you solved repeatedly over and over and over again? Maybe let's say, for example, you are the person in your family. Everybody, when they want to write CV, they come to you. Your friends, when they want to write their CV, they come to you. That is telling you something. People have these problems and they need help. What do people say you are good at? All right, because you do it is so easy to you. You think it's nothing special. It doesn't have to be complicated. It could be something as simple as how to train a child, how to potty train a child. I saw somebody selling that and people were buying it. Potty training, children 1 year, 2 year old, teach them how to use the toilet. That's a problem somebody is solving and getting paid for. Because that is one of, as a mom, I know what it takes to teach a child to learn how to use the pole or the toilet. Somebody is making money from that. So look at the things in your life that comes easy to you. All right? When you identify what it is, the marketplace is full of opportunities. There are so many ways. Okay. When people come to me, oh, I want to learn how to make money online. Should I create courses or should I create? No, that's not the question that you ask. Okay. The question you ask is, what problem can I solve? When you identify the problem that you can solve, then finding a way to deliver it. There are many ways to do it. There are many ways. Okay. You can do it through workshops. These are 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, or 5 day workshops. You can do it through consulting, advising people, advisory, how to do things. Okay. You can do it through coaching. All right. Coaching where you help them walk through some of the limitations that hold them back and stuff like that. You can do it through training. All right. You can do it through courses. There are different types of courses. All right, we have standalone courses, we have cohort courses. There's just a lot of time. All right, you find the one that comes easy to you. All right, you can do it through master classes. All right, example, this is a master class that we are holding here. I can host this as a paid class. I can also package this as a paid class after recording it. All right, you can create templates with Canva. All right, create tools. AI is here. You can build your own tools with AI and sell it. All right, you can create guides, PDF, playbooks, cookbooks. You can do membership program, that's subscription programs where you are paid every month. They pay you. You can do done with you support, right, where you work with the person to build the project or to solve whatever that problem is. Your format is not the problem. Your value is. Your format, that's not, you don't start with, oh, I want to create a course, I want to, no, no. What is the value? The process by which you deliver it is a different game altogether. One of the mistakes that many people I have seen is this course creation something. Oh, I know something I want to, but let me create a course. Before you build anything, you need clarity around the value, the problem, the person that you are serving. You must understand your problem that you're solving. You must be specific enough. You must be clear on what is that transformation. Otherwise, you can create something, nobody is actively looking for it. All right. So the four questions that you need to start is this. You ask yourself, what do I know? What problems does this knowledge that I have help people to do? Who will value this thing? Who needs it? What evidence do I have that this knowledge creates value? It could be from your own story, it could be from other people that have used it. So here is a quick self audit that you can do. Write down 5 things. You can take a screenshot. Write down 5 things you know how to do that someone else may struggle with. Don't overthink it. Think about your work, what you do at work, what you do if you have a business, what are the skills you have, what are your hobbies, what life experiences have you heard, okay? Problems that you have already solved for people, all right? Do this exercise. What you're doing here is you are looking for possibilities, okay? Not a final business idea, all right? You're looking for possibilities. All right, take your pen, take your paper, go do this self audit. It will really help you. Okay. And no knowledge that you have is too small. All right, don't say, oh, it's just Canva. Hey, I know people that charge to create one Canva slide for you, one Canva design, this Canva that most people take for granted, 25,000 for Abego, 25,000. Don't say it's just Excel. Most employment, you can't even get them now if you don't know how to use Excel. And Excel is not just putting numbers, how to do all the formula, how to design, how you use it to create spreadsheets and all that. Don't just say it is just Excel. Oh, it's just cooking. We all know now. Look at Hilda Baci, okay? The award-winning cook that won, what's the name of this global award? Cooking. Cooking. Everybody cooks. I cook now. Every almost every Nigerian woman, okay, or African woman knows some sort of cooking. Don't just say, oh, I just know how to cook. Or you say, oh, I'm just a teacher. Before I used to think that, like, I never valued myself as a teacher, maybe because of the background where we were never paid much. We are taught how to, you know, be grateful for little. It's just teaching. Now, teaching is a $1 million industry online. All these people you see on YouTube course, everybody's is all of everything that we're doing is teaching. Is that same teaching? So it depends on how you package your own teaching. Or you just say, oh, it's just organizing. You do a lot of all your church activities. You are the organizer, chief organizer. That's project management. And they are one of the highest paid people in the industry today. You can package that knowledge, how to organize events, or is just selling. I just learned it at work. Oh, it was not even that serious. It's just a hobby. It's just no. Is often where we hide value. All right. Because you have done something repeatedly, you may no longer notice the skill involved. Your familiarity with a problem does not mean everyone has that same familiarity. That you know it, the next person doesn't know it. Okay? That you know it. There are lots of people who don't know it. So stop looking down on that value that you have. All right? And like I told us earlier, instead of thinking about, okay, what you know, think about about what you know, think about what can become different because of what you know. Can you help people go from confused to clear? Can you help people go from stop being stuck and start moving forward? Can you help people go from inexperienced to more capable? Can you help people go from overwhelmed to more organized? Can you help people go from uncertain, fear to more confident? If you can't do this, you can move forward. Now, everything that I've shared with you, I'm not promising you that every skill that you have will become a business, will make you millions, okay? And it's not about pretending to be an expert. No. The goal of this class is to help you recognize your potential, all right? Then you approach your monetization with honesty, relevance, and real value. You don't have to know it all. You don't have to be an expert. All right. Start from where you are with what you know. Because one thing I know is that you already know something that can pay people, that people can pay you for. You've been working for years and you've had one employer. All right. You can have 10, 20 people paying you for the same thing you have been doing for that person, for that one person, and earning one salary. Now you can have 10, 20 clients paying for that same value and have 20 income streams coming to you. That's it. And it is not about, oh, I need to get this next certificate. Mm-mm. Or what else do I need to learn? Mm-mm. What is the value that you already have that is sitting in the inside of you? That's the question, not what skill should I learn now. That in this, for this monetization, in finding your cashable knowledge, all right, what you're asking yourself, that is, what is the value that might already be sitting in the inside of me? What do I already know that people are paying for out there? That's the question. That's the shift. Now you can take the next 60 seconds, write down one thing you know that you used to think was too ordinary to matter. Then you write, someone might struggle with this because, what is the reason why they might struggle with this? Like, for example, you're good with social media. You know how to create content, you know how to get comments, you're just posting, that's just all you do. You're not even thinking about that. Why will somebody struggle with social media? Because they want to make sales for their business. They want to build their personal brand. So, what is it that you know? And ask yourself, why will somebody struggle with this? Now, there's a difference between understanding the idea of cashable knowledge and knowing exactly what your cashable knowledge is. Your answer depends on your experience, your strengths, your audience, the problems, and the evidence that you can solve these problems, and what your goals are. Yes, you may have knowledge, you may understand that, okay, I need a cashable knowledge, and knowing exactly what your own, what is your own. Mine is different from yours. What is yours? Right? Because you have a different experience, you have a different strength set. The people that you might want to help are different. The problems that you might want to solve are different. And your personal goals are different. Now, if today's class helped you see what you may already have valuable knowledge, the first thing is not to rush into, oh, let me go and create a product. After all, there's AI. You can use AI to do anything. You need to get clear. You. I believe in alignment so much. I believe in alignment, being aligned with the core of who you are, to do the things that you are called to do, and not what every other person is doing it, or because it's popular, or because it's trending. Because each and every one of us has a goal, a purpose, a mission, the impact that we are called to make. So the first thing that you need to do is to get clear on, what should I monetize? Who should I serve? What should I package? What is my strongest next move? What should I invest on? What should I not invest on? And this is why I created the Cashable Knowledge one-on-one strategy session. This is is a strategy session where we walk through your specific situation. It's not a group class, it's not a course. No, I work with you one on one. We look at what is the knowledge that you have, the value that it can create, the people you are positioned to help. You can't help everybody, and your clearest path forward. In other words, I want to help you create your own personal strategy. All right. So if you're thinking, I know I have something, but I don't know what it is, I have too many skills, I have too many knowledge, I've done a lot of things in the past, I don't know what to focus on. I started and I stopped and I want to start again. I want to monetize my knowledge, but I don't know where to begin. Then the Cashable Knowledge Strategy session is your next step. All right. Where I will help you go from confused to clarity, identify what it is that you're supposed to create, how to create it, how to sell it, and what to do exactly. And you can book your slots here. The link is on the screen. You can take a screenshot. nestuge.com/ck strategy session. You can book your own section there. All right. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments and I will answer you. You don't need to become somebody else to make money online. You don't have to do what every other person is doing. You don't have to try to be what you are not. You may not need another certificate. In fact, you don't need another certificate. You already have what it takes. You don't need to start from zero. Some of the women that I worked with, some of them have had years of experience in their 9 to 5. When they come to me, they're feeling like beginners. Some of them are in their 40s and 50s anyway. They feel like beginners, they're starting from zero. No, you are not. You're just using a different platform, which is the internet, which is the social media platforms. That's what you're just using. That's just the only new thing. And you just need to figure out the format on how these platforms operate. You already have the evidence and the experience that you can deliver this. All right. You may simply need to recognize what your value is, how you show up, and intentionally build around it because you already carry the value within you. Your knowledge that you have is not automatically a business idea, but it is the raw material that you need. All right. So I think we've come to the end of this class. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. What stood out for you today? What did you realize that you already know? What are you curious to explore next? So drop a word in the chat. All right. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you, guys. All right. So let me know what is your biggest takeaway. If you have a question, please drop it. If I don't get to it now, I'll definitely get to it later. And thank you for joining me today.